Hey guys, welcome to Crazy Days. It's Wanda and I am in my greenhouse, high tunnel, queen dome, and I'm going to show you today the Cherokee Tan Pumpkins. Now they've been growing all since the spring, and Danny didn't think I wanted to put them in here, but I've already harvested about 10 or 12, I don't remember exactly. I took all the leaves off. They redid. I just took all the leaves off and let them go for a few days. I'm going to show you the pumpkins I have and show you the vine and what it did. Now keep in mind, I only planted two seeds on this end. This is what the Cherokee Tan Pumpkins look like now. You can see I have pumpkins all down in there. Isn't that awesome? I'm going to come through and I'm going to clip as much stem as I can. Some of them have just a small stem. Some of them have a really long stem, and this one hasn't really started turning, but I see that it's got jelly spots, which means something's tried to get into it, so it won't last that long. A vine borer, something's getting into it, so we've got to get this out of here. This one is doing great. It's got a long stem. This one's got a long stem, but again, you see where we've got insects that are starting to get in here this fall. So we're taking the whole thing down. But I only planted two seed right here on the end, one on each side. And you see there's the first one right here. This is where the first one is, and you see how bad it's gotten. But this was the original plant right here. And on this side, I don't know if this seed ever came up. No, all that's on the original. You see that? There's no seed on this side. None. So one plant, one seed, and this has been covered. You go back and watch my other videos. It's been covered twice. So from right there, this covered this whole thing all the way down twice, because I took the leaves off the first time and it came back out. But I want to show you. I haven't finished on the other side to see where it's rooted. But right here, it rooted here. You see that? And it rooted down here. Right here. Alright, so it did put on roots like it's supposed to, ever so often. Then I started pulling, and you see how big this vine is. It rooted right there. See that? And I'm taking all the leaves and the bad stuff off as I go. More pumpkins. And this is the second time, not the first time. All this came off, but look at this. It rooted all the way down. You see the roots? Every little spot had roots. Then when you get down here, this piece had rooted. I mean, look how good it rooted. All the way down. I mean, that's some good roots. And then this piece was down here. Look at this root. That was right here in this corner. I did not plant a seed. Isn't that crazy? So, I'm going to take all of these down, get everything out of here, and we're going to plant English peas, or green peas as some people call them, in this right here over the next week or so when I get all this cleaned out. I'm going to have to cut vines to get them out from away from there. But y'all, I still have green. And it was still coming out down at the end down there. Still putting on little green leaves. So we're leaving that till I can get this all cleaned up, and then we'll go with English peas. I still have my lantana here, and I still have my peppercorn plant, and it's done made it up here and has little peppercorn thingies on it. So I'm really proud of that. Over here, this bed right here is fixing to be rutabagas. We're fixing to plant those. I put a tea tree in there, still a flower. I put some Egyptian walking onions under here, and the okra. I've been picking okra in here. This is Star of David. It is doing great. These are the pink-eyed purple hull peas. I'm still picking on those. There's still peas in there. You can see. You have to get up close to see because the vines are turning. But I'm going to pick these. They'll be over with probably by next week. And I'll have these out of here because it's not blooming. It's not doing. The few peas that are on it are going to come off. And we're going to be done with pink-eyed purple hull peas. Now, out of this and the other black-eyed peas on the other side and the 10 or 12 plants in the front that are Dixie Lees, I put up about 3 quarts of peas, and we've eat out of them about 4 or 5 times. So I think that's pretty good. I probably would have had maybe 6 quarts of peas. It's not a lot, but you know, we cook about a pint at a time. So that's a good many for what we've got here. The turmeric is doing great. People have asked about the turmeric. When it gets time, we will harvest and see what we've got going on. There's a touch of ginger behind there, and I've been checking that. It's doing okay too. So we'll see what happens here with this in a future video. I put one of my tea trees over here because I'm trying to get things growing in here that if they do good, this will just be its permanent spot. The onion chives, this is its permanent spot. The wild lettuce, now I tried some of this and someone said, did it have the milky substance in it, a white substance? It's kind of hard, I mean, to me, I can't tell. It doesn't seem to, this is an older leaf too, so I don't know. But anyway, that's the wild lettuce seeds that I got. That's how it's doing. Not fantastic, but it's doing. The mums are fixing to be popping. You see that? Really popping. The ginger back there is doing okay. Cucumbers are going crazy, but so far I've not seen a cucumber have blooms, but no cucumbers. So the doors are open. I'm just not sure if it's not doing. I mean, I don't even see cucumbers on any of them right now. Maybe right here. But it's all the way up to the top. It's growing. It may not be producing yet, but it's growing. Again with the mums. And then these are the black-eyed peas. Now, I'm going to come through here and pick all these today. These are coming, picking them. They're not quite ready to come out, but they probably will be, like the pink eyes, within a week. These are all coming down. They've produced well in a high tunnel. Of course, we leave the doors open for pollination. Have quite a few peas in here. Another mum. But these peas will come out and we'll plant winter crops. Radishes, I harvested one yesterday. It was really good. All my stuff in the middle, this end down here is doing okay. This is some of the Egyptian walking onions that I harvested. We're going to separate all those out, replant. The petunia's been hanging in there all year. This peppercorn just went crazy. It's doing really, really good. Then the red ripper peas. Isn't that gorgeous? They're beautiful. They're doing great, but they're blooming. And let's see, there's little peas. But let me show you the prettiness. There's bigger peas in there. Even a bigger pea here. One of the little ones kind of go in here. This is a different stages. Then we've got one here. But let's go around to the other side. All right, on this side, and look how big these leaves are. These leaves are huge on this thing. So these are the red rippers, and got a dragonfly in here. Look at this. These are ready to pick here, and I'm gonna pick one in a minute and show you what they look like. But look how long. Look at this one down here. Isn't that a long, pretty pea? That is gorgeous. So we're going to pick one and show you what they look like. You see those peas? They're kind of a pink color. They're beautiful. They turn really red if you let them dry. These are at the perfect eating stage right here. So I'm going to be picking some of these to eat. We're not saving seeds from anything in the greenhouse because I have numerous types of peas in here. If you want to save seeds, you can, but you might have a mixture of seeds because I have pink-eyed purple hull, I have black-eyed peas, and I have red ripper peas. You don't know what you're going to get if you save seed. It could be a combination. If you want to save seed and then be true, you pretty much want to just plant one type of pea. But I have 3, so these will not be saved for seed. These will be used for eating, whether fresh or dry. And like I said, isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. And last, look at this. My Trail of Tears beans. These produced abundantly the first time. I mean, and I took all the leaves off. I come through and took all the dead leaves off after I picked them dry. Then look at this. I mean, they're just hanging everywhere. And I'm letting them dry. And they're all the way up to the ceiling. You can see that. We're letting them dry. And they look like this when they're dry. We'll come in here and take these off. These are turning. But you see the abundance of these peas. I would say Cherokee Trail of Tears beans, I call them a pea, but they're beans, produce like crazy. If I had to choose a bean that is a good producer, this would be it. The best thing I've seen around. You can eat them fresh, but I'm leaving these for dried beans. You can make bean flour, whatever. You can use them in bean soup. I just think it's amazing that they put on this many beans. I mean, it's crazy. So I'm going to pick all these pumpkins and get them out of here and clean all this mess up and get ready for the next stage of my high tunnel. Thank you guys from Crazy Days. Cherokee Tans out of the greenhouse, ready for our English peas. I think it's a nice haul, considering that's the second time it put on. And we have peas. Hey, it's a win-win. And these things, the little Cherokee Tans, are awesome in a freeze dryer. So I'm sure if you dehydrate, they would be great dehydrated also. Plus, these Cherokee Tans we've saved, once they've turned orange like this on the vine and cut a long stem, we've saved them for a year. We ate one a month for a year just to see how long we would be able to keep them. So they store real well. Now the ones that I already saw had, like here, that already had bug damage, I won't save those. I'll save the ones that are already in the house for long term. These will go into a freeze dryer before long, once they kind of ripen up.